President Mauricio Suleiman. Introducing your 3 judges scoring this world title contest from ringside, all from the state of Connecticut. Glenn Feldman, Frank Lombardi, and Don Trella. And at the sound of the bell, your third man in the ring from New Jersey, referee Harvey Dock. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the stage is set. We are here. This is it. The time has come. I said the time has come. From the 4 corners of the world to the 4 corners of this ring right here in Madison Square Garden, the fight starts now! Introducing first the challenger. He fights out of the red corner and wears white with blue and gold trim. He scaled 134.4 pounds. His professional record, a perfect one. 19 fights, 19 victories, 10 of them coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. Here is the IBF mandatory challenger tonight, making his first attempt at a world title, presenting the former WBA Oceania and IBF Pan-Pacific lightweight champion, George Ferocious Kambosos Jr. Kambosos Jr. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, he is the defending world champion. He wears maroon with blue and gold trim. He scaled at the lightweight limit of 135 pounds, bang on. His professional record, also a perfect one. 16 fights, 16 victories, 12 of them coming by way of knockout. This highly skilled and hard-hitting Honduran 2016 Olympian is widely recognized as one of the best active fighters on the planet. Tonight, this 2020 Fighter of the Year makes his 7th appearance right here at Madison Square Garden, fighting out of Brooklyn, New York, USA. Here is the reigning, defending, undefeated IBF, WBO, WBA, WBC franchise, and Ring Magazine lightweight champion of the world, the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
George. All right, as a reminder, obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. We're going to keep this clean. Touch gloves, good luck.
I'm scared, bro.
A fight over a year in the making because of promotional issues, injuries, COVID-19, 5 different venues, 8 different dates, but now it is go time. Will Teo's takeover continue? Or can the man from down under turn the boxing world upside down? Brooklyn versus Sydney. Unified championship of the world. Madison Square Garden doesn't get much bigger than this. Round 1, scheduled for 12, and Teo comes out firing.
This is exactly what you expected from Teofimo Lopez. The question is, how will George Kambosos respond to it? He says he will fight fire with fire. I don't believe that's a good strategy against a power puncher like Lopez.
Lopez looking for that big overhead right. He said he wants that first round knockout.
Hey, we're going to keep it clean. That was a hit on the break. Don't do that. Let's go.
Already being warned about hitting on the break. No love lost between these two. They've been jawing all week. Good little counter left from Kambosos.
That was a good check hook by Kambosos. That's exactly what he needs to do. Get respect from Lopez.
Lopez said, I'm going for the first round knockout. If you're a fan of mine, bet on it. He is a 13-1 favorite tonight.
You know, Kambosos has shown a willingness to fight fire with fire in the past, but his last two opponents, Lee Selby and Mickey Bay, haven't been a fraction of the kind of punchers that Teofimo Lopez is.
In boxing, you're taught not to go looking for the knockout. Just let it unfold by itself. But Teofimo, over-aggressive with that overhand right. I think Kambosos caught on to the timing of it already.
That's what you want to see from Kambosos. A steady diet of jabs, scoring points, while Lopez looks for the big shot.
Big swing and a miss with the left hook from Kambosos. Everyone predicting an early knockout for Lopez. Kambosos said, I think I'll clip him early. If he comes guns blazing, I will catch him.
And he's looking for it, that's for sure.
Oh, and that got him off balance.
That was such a short right hand right there. That was a perfect timing by Teofimo.
He's done. Watch yourself. That's why I said, time. Take your time. Bro, the right hand is working. Finish him already. What the fuck is going on?
It's okay. Calm down.
All right, just relax.
Calm down.
That was all balance. It was all balance. That wasn't a hard shot. You was all balance. It didn't even hurt
That
you, right?
wasn't off balance like Senior's telling Junior. That was a
It's all right.
big right hand. Landed perfectly on Teofimo. Legs went out.
Hey, now
That's
eat
a
this
legitimate
motherfucker.
knockdown right there.
Eat this motherfucker now. Remember,
Kambosos
punch
turned around
first
like he
then
knew
go.
and expected that was going to land.
And Kambosos walking around his corner like a caged animal. He feels like he's 10 feet tall and 500 pounds right now. And Lopez not listening to his father. He's not settling down, not going to take his time. He wants to go right after the Australian.
Yeah, but part of the advice from the corner, Teofimo Lopez, but what are you doing? Get him out of here already. I don't know how you can have that kind of suggestion after a round almost ended like that.
Conflicting advice. He was also saying, slow down, take your time, take it easy. What a start to this fight. Sergio, you're awfully quiet.
I'm enjoying the show, man. I mean, that overhand right was big by Kambosos. That was planned by Kambosos. And Teofimo, he told us his game plan. Come out firing.
And to his credit, George Kambosos told us his. He said if he wants to get into a firefight with me, I'll do it. I'll stand in the middle of the ring, and it paid off in that first round.
The action is speaking for itself here.
Teofimo looks so much bigger and stronger in the ring, and yet it was Kambosos who gets the first round knockdown.
The body shot to the right side of Kambosos. That's what Teofimo needs to do now. Aim at the body of Kambosos.
Right hand connects again for the Aussie. What a stunner. This crowd is stunned.
I like the body shots now from Teofimo Lopez. He's not headhunting anymore. Lefts and rights to the body. That's keeping the elbows in by Kambosos.
You still feel like Teofimo Lopez hits a lot harder, don't you?
Absolutely. He's the bigger man, the stronger man, but Kambosos, eyes wide open, looking for that right hand. And he could do it off a shoulder roll as well.
You can see what Kambosos is doing in there. He's trying to time that right hand. When Lopez comes in a little overly aggressive, he's throwing it, and he's coming close to landing a big one again.
Teofimo has a great jab. I think he should go back to a power jab. Set up those big punches. He's overeager right now with that right hand.
Win or lose, Kambosos has made a big statement already here tonight.
Teofimo fights better with calculated aggression. Kambosos just barely missed a big right hand right there again.
Kambosos again, talking trash. He's having a good time in there.
Look, when you land that right hand, let's start bringing up that uppercut or that liver shot downstairs, kid. Look, when you're doubling up the jabs, you're just pulling back, rolling that shoulder, right? You take that little step off to the right, bring that overhand right over the top. You understand? Remember what we worked on? Okay? That little step to the right, overhand right.
Look at the jab, 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 jab. And hit him wherever you want. Here, or here. Come on, wake up.
This is the punch that put Lopez down. This is the punch that almost put him down again. Overhand right by George Kambosos.
Kambosos has the famous Spartan Army war cry of never retreat, never surrender tattooed on his body. An homage to his heritage. And he certainly has not retreated in this fight.
I got you.
Chris, are you surprised at the strategy of Kambosos here tonight?
No, because it's exactly what he told us he was going to do. What surprised me is that Kambosos has been able to not only take the onslaught of Lopez, but counter really well. We've talked a couple of times about that right hand. That's what he's looking for. He's looking for Lopez to lean in so he can throw that short right that caught him just a couple of rounds ago.
Beautiful jab by Kambosos right there.
And we know how hard it is for Lopez to cut weight, Sergio, to get down to 135 pounds. Do you think that'll play a factor as the rounds progress?
Absolutely, especially if he struggles. It's going to show in your legs. That's when you start feeling it. But right now, I mean, both these guys are throwing heavy load. Love those body shots by Kambosos right there.
31 landed punches for Lopez. In round 2, 26 for Kambosos.
Teofimo fights a lot better when he has a rhythm behind the jab. Doubling, tripling up that jab, the 1-2. He has a mean right hand, but when he sets it up with the jab, both Teofimo and Kambosos are looking for the exact same punches. Both of them, everything off the jab, looking for a big right hand.
Nice uppercut there from Kambosos.
It's the second try he attempted it. Second chance. Kambosos does a good job of keeping that chin tucked in. So even when it looks like they're landing big, it's off the top of the head.
That right lands for Kambosos. Like you said he needed to do, Sergio, he's got to get his respect. Every time Lopez hits him, Kambosos answers back.
He answers back and he doesn't get out of distance. That's why he's still dangerous, Kambosos.
Oh, nice right hand for Lopez, who wishes he had a few more seconds to work with.
Oh, that rocked Kambosos right there. But the legs are under him.
Beautiful round. Beautiful round. Keep on doing the same thing, okay? Don't go in unless you touch him. Okay, you got this. He's hurt. He's fucking hurt, bro. Keep on the body. Keep on the body, all right? That's how you're going to get in. Touch the body, all right? All right?
And this is the jab that I've been seeing from Kambosos. It's a power jab. That's getting the attention of Teofimo Lopez, rocking him back, setting him up with that left hand. Teofimo comes back with that same jab just to land that right hand. A little bit out of distance, but that's exactly what Kambosos is good at.
Lopez Sr. told Junior that was your best round.
That was a really good round. That was a smart round by Teofimo Lopez.
Round 4 scheduled for 12. Many predicted a early knockout win for Lopez. Instead, it's Kambosos who put Lopez on the canvas in round 1.
Teofimo turning southpaw here.
Not sure I love that. Unless guys are really adept at switching, guys like Terrence Crawford, stick with what you know is kind of how I see it.
I feel like Lopez is starting to figure him out a little bit.
I think a little more patience has been shown over these last 2 rounds by Lopez. There was obviously an eagerness in that first round to try to get him out of it. He was predicting it all week long, but after that knockdown, we've seen a little bit more of a relaxed fighter over the last round plus.
Lopez is having a hard time getting them punches going because every time Lopez punches, Kambosos is punching in between.
The overhand right is still the punch that his corner believes can be the game changer.
Love that body shot. Continue doing that if you're Kambosos.
Nice left hook from Kambosos, who's taking the fight right to Teo.
He's taking the fight to Teo, backing up. It's Teofimo coming forward and not being effective with his aggression.
CompuBox numbers coming your way through 3 full rounds. 44 landed punches for Lopez, 38 for Kambosos.
That was a great right hand from Lopez there.
There's father watching his son. You saw that last week with Sean Porter Sr., or Sean Porter's father, Sean Porter.
You got a jab,
I highly doubt that Teofimo Lopez's dad is going to throw in the towel.
No
matter
way.
what happens.
No way. Lopez following Kambosos around with no jab right now. That's the jab that Lopez should be throwing, and it's Kambosos catching and rocking the head back of Teofimo Lopez.
Another stiff jab from Kambosos. Good round for him to bounce back after it was Lopez who had a solid last round. Look at Kambosos go.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You won that round too. Hey. Listen, he's timing you with the jab. Okay? Okay? Another thing, the further you are, the worse it is for you. You gotta walk him down.
Kambosos taking it to the champ, and it all starts with the most basic punch, the jab. But he turns it into that hook. Teofimo needs to watch out for both those punches now. It's hard for the slugger to come in to throw anything or get anything started with that jab in your face. Kambosos throwing the punches, still fighting.
Let me tell you, at the end of that round, we didn't show the exchange there, but Teofimo Lopez got the worst of it. I thought George Kambosos buzzed him a little bit towards the end of that round. Saw Lopez smiling in the corner. You see that a lot when fighters are a little bit hurt.
Well, and Lopez's father told him, another good round for us. We won that too. And maybe he did. Either way, you've got to be impressed by what we've seen so far from Kambosos Jr. through 4 rounds.
Absolutely, Kambosos, he's backing up everything he preached.
If you're just joining us, Kambosos put Lopez on the canvas in round 1 with an overhand right. Didn't seem to do much damage, more of a flash knockdown than anything. Nevertheless, it was a 10-8 round for the Australian, and now he's more than holding in his own.
Kambosos throwing that check hook anytime Teofimo comes in with that right hand. There it is again.
Let's take a look at Chris Mannix's unofficial scorecard.
Yeah, 10-8 round in that first round for Kambosos. I thought he sneaked out the last round as well. 38-37 in favor of Kambosos, who was already upset all the odds makers who thought he would get stopped within those first 3 rounds.
13-1 favorite was Lopez coming into this fight. Did you feel that was a fair?
I thought it was fair because Lopez has a much deeper resume. He has a knockout win over Richard Comey. He beat Vasily Lomachenko. You saw Kambosos come in undefeated, but his last 2 wins, they came against Lee Selby and Mickey Bay. This is a different level, but Kambosos has shown us so far that he's on that level.
I didn't. When I was watching Kambosos, the herky-jerky, the inactivity from Teofimo, it's just everything was right for this to go into the second half of the fight, and it looks like it's going in that direction.
And Sergio, the second half of the fight could be good rounds for George Kambosos. I feel like he's the one that's in better condition at this weight.
And remember, against Lomachenko, Lopez got out to a hot start, but the second half of the fight belonged to Lomachenko in many people's eyes.
And Kambosos finishes strong. Even when he was behind on points with Mickey Bay and Lee Selby, he still finished off strong in the championship rounds.
For Kambosos as Lopez fires back. Rights and lefts from the takeover.
Quick! Step back.
Oh, and another overhand right from Kambosos, who's all smiles.
Time!
It's all about the money. It's all about the money. It's all about the money.
Deep breaths. One more. 1, 2, 3. One more. 4. Your jab.
And Kambosos was throwing this right hand over the top. We know that. Very confident, very happy. I mean, he's strutting the entire time. He's strutting, he's laughing, he's having fun in there against a monster like Lopez.
Sergio, where Lopez is having success is when he's throwing that right hand off the jab. Too often in this fight, I've seen him kind of load up on these punches, and Kambosos sees them coming, and he's able to either evade them or get a glove up to block them.
Lopez is having success with that jab to the chest and to the belly, and that right hook to the body.
And Sergio, when you go into a fight thinking you're going to blow a guy out, and all of a sudden he's still standing in front of you after 5 rounds and could be actually winning the fight, how how does your mentality change?
It changes drastically because everything that you thought was going to happen, didn't happen. So you gotta go to plan B and C.
And what is plan B and C for Teofimo Lopez?
Get back on the jab and just focus on the body of Kambosos. I think that's where he's had his most success. Fight behind the jab. Let Kambosos get to you because Kambosos has just been backing up the entire time.
Another right hand from Kambosos.
Just not enough activity from Teofimo. He's looking for that one big shot, whereas Kambosos is racking up points by throwing the jab and throwing combinations.
The only other time Teofimo Lopez has been knocked down was in his professional debut. He got off the canvas and won by a second-round knockout. That was not the case here tonight.
Teofimo, as good as he is, he doesn't waste punches. But right here, he needs to punch. But obviously, Kambosos is looking to counter something big. So he's catching it. He's caught in between, Teofimo is.
Nice 1-2 from Kambosos. And Lopez is starting to look a little perplexed. Like, what is this guy doing to me? This isn't supposed to happen.
There's no way Teofimo Lopez believed coming in that George Kambosos could take his power. Kambosos has done that, and now Teofimo looks a little bit flummoxed as how to outbox this guy.
Kambosos staying off the ropes. Anytime his back gets near it, he pivots away, takes the fight right in the middle of the ring as he should. Just brilliant strategy right here by George Kambosos.
Body shot from Kambosos. Haven't seen a ton of that from either fighter. But Teo goes low there.
Blood streaming from the left eye of Kambosos.
Yeah, slight cut. Swelling over the... Oh, a nice right hand again from Kambosos, who's winding it up. He's trying to out-taunt Lopez. Not many guys try and do that. Oh, and a left hand right in the bell.
Load up on that right hand, okay?
Let's see, George.
Nice deep breath, okay?
Round by round, George. Round by round.
Load up on that right hand, so I need that little lateral movement, right? Just those little shits side to side, okay? That's what's fucking him up. That's what's confusing him. Your double jab is sharp, okay? I need to see it sharp, right? But look, don't drop that left hand. He's trying to line up that right hand, right? Okay?
And there's the right hand by Kambosos, but it's set up by the jab. Simple 1-2, but that right hand's been landing straight over the top and trying to land the right uppercut as well. Everything because of the distance. He knows how to time that distance, Kambosos.
What is Kambosos doing different than Lomachenko did against Teofimo?
Well, he started fast for one, and he's bigger than Lomachenko, so right off the bat, Teofimo has to respect the size of Kambosos.
Yeah, I think Lomachenko came into that fight with a little bit too much respect for Teofimo Lopez's power. Kambosos, at no point during this fight, has shown any real respect for the power of Lopez.
Yeah, but Lomachenko was a smaller fighter. He had to get out of those early rounds, which he did, and he took the fight the second half.
You're not wrong, Sergio, but stature-wise, there's a pretty big difference between Lopez and Kambosos in the ring. So we didn't weigh Lopez today, but I bet he rehydrated 10, 12 pounds.
More jabs from Lopez in this round. Oh boy. Nice jab followed up by a straight right hand. Textbook work from Kambosos.
Teofimo's big shoulders help take away the punch from that, but still, that punch landed.
Let's bring in undisputed champ Jessica McCaskill. What are you seeing?
Coming out kind of hot-headed the way that Teofimo did. That was an amateur move. You got to keep your calm because that's when things like that happen. You get knocked down. You don't respect the fighter in front of you. You keep your hands down. Silly things like that happen, and it does take toll on the score of the fight.
Only a undisputed champion like Jessica McCaskill can call another unified champion amateurish.
Just more loading up for Teofimo Lopez. He's not consistently throwing that jab when he's at this range. Just to throw that jab and then follow it up with the right hand. Don't just stand there looking for one big shot.
And make no doubt about it, this isn't a fight Teofimo Lopez wanted. This is a mandatory fight. This was like a fight that just gets in his way of another big fight. He wanted a dispatch of him early, not have to think about him again, send him back to Australia. But Kambosos has other plans. Oh, nice uppercut.
Wait, sit back. Let him go. Don't do that. I think Lopez, the look in Lopez's face, he finally respects George Kambosos. He knows that this man's a real deal.
Good body punch from Lopez. Kambosos told us, listen, if I get past 3 rounds, Lopez is in trouble. Well, we're about to head to the 8th. And Lopez still getting jawed at by Kambosos.
Body language says a lot. One man is slumping in his stool, another man is jumping towards his stool.
You got this. You got this. I love that shit. Alright? Hey, don't get frustrated. Just go for the body. Go for the body. And it's gonna happen.
And there's that jab, and once again that right hand. Teofimo cannot get away from that right hand because it's the timing, and Kambosos knows how to time and cut the distance. That's what he knows. That right uppercut, he's been trying to land that punch from the second round. It finally landed.
So here we go. Round 8, scheduled for 12. Could be in the midst of one of the biggest upsets of the year. Lopez, a 13-1 favorite, knocked on the canvas in round 1, and since then, Kambosos Jr. has more than held his own. And it's been so long since we've seen Lopez in the ring, Sergio. Do you think ring rust has something to do with it, or was it simply overconfident?
Both, and that's a bad mix of two things that you shouldn't have as a fighter, especially as a champion.
And Chris, I still didn't sense any urgency in the corner of Lopez.
No, and I don't think you want to add any more urgency to Teofimo Lopez, who came out guns blazing. You need to settle down. You need to be telling him to throw that jab more. Don't just flick it out like that. Follow it up with right hands.
Every time he throws that jab, Kambosos coming with a check left hook.
And there's Chris Mannix's unofficial scorecard. 4 points ahead is the Australian.
Yeah, 68-64 in favor of George Kambosos. I thought he's taken control over these last 4 rounds, out-punching Lopez, landing cleaner shots, just doing great work in there for George Kambosos.
And even in when they mix it up, in the middle of combinations, Kambosos still getting the upper hand. Even though Teofimo's landing some solid shots, Kambosos comes right back.
So it appears, at least according to Chris Mannix's scorecard, that George Kambosos. George Lopez, a comedian, not here with us tonight, but he might be watching. How you doing, George? Either way, Kambosos is on his way to a famous victory if he doesn't make mistakes. But all it takes is one against someone as powerful as Lopez. Teofimo Lopez told us yesterday in the fighter meetings, he goes, listen, I don't believe anything George Kambosos says. He's just talking himself up. He's fake. And Kambosos said, you'll see how fake I am. I won't back down an inch. Your weight cut is going to haunt you. I'm going to knock you down. I'm going to dominate you. Overhand right scores again.
That hurt Teofimo. Teofimo's rocked right now.
Kambosos bouncing on his toes. He's feeling the flow. He's in the zone.
The body shot on the inside by Teofimo Lopez.
And they swing it out at the end of the round.
That's how you do it. Fuck this motherfucker up already. You too strong for him. By staying in the outside, you're gonna get hit. Alright? When you finish hitting him, go right back in and finish hitting him again. Do it 2 times. But breathe, alright? Always use a jab to get in, alright? We're gonna celebrate tonight, baby.
Both men exchanging right here. In the inside, right hand there by Teofimo Lopez. Later in the round, Kambosos held his own with body shots.
Both landing a fight high 19 punches there in the 8th round. Things are heating up here at MSG.
Who would have thought Kambosos will hold his own in the exchanges with the bigger and stronger Teofimo Lopez?
You know, we brought up the power disparity between Lopez and Kambosos. To Kambosos, one thing he said to us was like, look, I have been sparring with much bigger guys for a long time, including a stint sparring with Manny Pacquiao, which Kambosos said gave him a lot of confidence to be able to do this.
Let's send it upstairs to former world champion Chris Algieri.
Yeah, I mean, Kambosos is making everything work right now. Teofimo is living his nightmare. He came out really fast, and now he's deep in a fight that he expected to be over already.
Round 9 scheduled for 12. And even though Chris Mannix has Kambosos Jr. ahead, he can't fight like that. You've always got to make it definitive to take the belts off the champ.
Absolutely, and Kambosos did that with Mickey Bay in the States. He did that with Lee Selby across the pond. There's no way he leaves it up to the judges here in the backyard of Teofimo.
Power punches through round 8. 95 landed for Kambosos Jr. compared to 69 for Lopez. That is stunning, Sergio.
It really is, and I'm shocked and impressed by Kambosos, and you can see there's frustration with Teofimo. He wants to land something big. He's loading up, but that's the last thing you should do when you're frustrated. Go back to the simple basics of the jab.
Who's the better boxer, Chris?
Look, coming in, I would certainly have said Teofimo Lopez because...
Oh, right hand! A game-changing right hand! Kambosos looks unsteady! And now Lopez teeing off, but Kambosos fires back!
That's the first sign of weakness I've seen from George Kambosos.
And I love the look right now on Teofimo Lopez's face. No anxiousness, just pure calm as he sizes up George Kambosos.
The crowd buzzing, they sense something.
This is a heck of a fight.
It really is.
Chopping right hand there by Teofimo. Kambosos can't get hit with those shots. Ducking down to the same side like that. Teofimo's bound to catch him.
Good, solid round, and perhaps the best round of the fight for Teofimo Lopez.
You was born in New York City, say
Boxing is back in New York in a big way. What a battle it has been, ladies and gentlemen. The unified titles on the line here tonight at 135 pounds.
George, you gotta stay sharp, okay?
George, stay smart. Stiff jab was putting him in place. Stiff jab was hurting him. Watch it round by round. You're doing it round by round. Stay smart.
Big right hand by Teofimo Lopez landed flush, and that's the first time I've seen Kambosos show weakness. He was hurt with that big right hand right there. But credit to Teofimo Lopez. He didn't go after the kill because he knows Kambosos is dangerous when hurt with that left hand.
Let's see if Lopez can continue the momentum. The 9th round belonged to the Honduran native by way of Brooklyn, New York. You still feel like a knockout's in the cards here, Sergio?
Yes, absolutely. It's in the air. Something dramatic's going to happen. There's rising tension here, and Kambosos has a great look in his eye, and Teofimo has that mean, ferocious look in his eye.
Yeah, but Sergio, this is where Kambosos can't abandon his game plan. He's got to keep throwing punches. What made him successful in the early and middle rounds was that he was countering Lopez brilliantly. Can't slow down that output now.
Let's see Chris Mannix's scorecard now through 9 full rounds, and it's getting closer.
Much closer. 86-84 in favor of George Kambosos Jr. Teofimo Lopez, though, looks like the fresher fighter. And in that last round, the 9th round...
Oh, and is that a knockdown? It is!
It was a chopping right hand that he landed in the past fight. In the past round, he kept dipping to that same side. Kambosos finally caught up to him.
Teofimo Lopez is one of the better finishers in boxing. A minute 45 to go in this round.
Let's see how much Kambosos has left. Will he try to go toe-to-toe? Here comes Teo! Lopez going for the kill. Kambosos standing right in front of him. He is a Spartan warrior through and through.
I tell you what, though, if you're Lopez, don't just look for that one punch. You flurry, and Harvey Dock, the referee, is looking at him hard. You can score a knockout that way.
Now Lopez finally starting to talk trash. He's been very quiet the last 6 or 7 rounds.
What a war. What a war. We're one punch away from a big knockout from either fighter. But the momentum shifted with that right hand by Teofimo.
And Sergio, this feels like a missed opportunity at this point for Teofimo Lopez. He had Kambosos hurt. If he just swarmed him and threw punches, I think that would have picked up a stoppage.
It's hard to go for that stoppage when Kambosos continues throwing that left hook. Every time Teofimo comes in, Kambosos comes with something hard, just like that.
What a battle here tonight. Everything we could have asked for and more.
We've seen a tremendous rally by Teofimo Lopez and incredible heart from George Kambosos.
And he almost caught Teo coming in.
With that left hook. Just barely missed the chin of Teofimo.
Lopez punched him out, punched himself out a little bit.
Both these guys throwing the exact same punches. It's like Teofimo's fighting in front of a mirror.
We head to the championship rounds.
Come on, George, round by round, George. Round by round. Are you good? Are you good? That's it.
Open up, George.
Championship rounds, George. Keep tapping him away, George, with that jab. Set him up with the right hand.
Guys, how we doing?
We're good.
Both men looking for big shots right here. Teofimo, of course, looking for that right hand. And it's that same chopping right hand behind the ear. Kambosos kept dipping to that same side. He finally got caught. And those are crippling shots. Takes away your legs, your equilibrium's out. But credit to Kambosos finishing off on his feet right there.
It could very well come down to these final 6 minutes. Who do you like, the champ or the challenger? One of the best fights we've seen in 2021. Both men have been down. Chris Mannix has it even. 94-94.
And you see the middle rounds all belong to George Kambosos, but a tremendous rally over these last three by Teofimo Lopez.
Counter right, perfectly timed for Teo. And then a left. Everything's landing now for the champ.
Everything lands once he lands that right hook to the body. From there, everything gets set up upstairs. That's the best punch by Lopez.
Oh, and a nice right hand from Kambosos. Just when you think he's out, he gets right back in. You get the sense that Lopez is still thinking knockout. He's not thinking win by decision. His dad looking on.
Teofimo's got to keep being active.
Look at that gash over the left eye of Lopez now.
He's got a gash there, no question, trickling down the left side of his eye. But so far, the first half of this round, it's been controlled by George Kambosos.
Yes, it has, because Lopez is just looking for that counter right hand right there. But in the meantime, Kambosos is boxing circles around Lopez. And all with that jab.
How much is fatigue playing a part here for Teofimo Lopez?
You know, I don't think it is because of how Teofimo fought in these last three rounds.
Not throwing punches.
It's fatigue, it's inactivity, it's overconfidence. It's a perfect storm of a lot of things going into the championship rounds.
Lopez seemingly was giving this round away. They'll take a look at that cut.
Now the question is, how was that cut caused? Was it caused by a punch from George Kambosos or a clash of heads? Because I didn't see a clash of heads in this round.
Neither did I. I would say it was a right hand.
But that is a pretty nasty cut right now above the left eye of Teofimo Lopez.
Good counter left there for Kambosos. What a round for the Australian after being dropped in the 10th. He's winning this round in a very wide margin. And a right hand lands for Kambosos. He ain't dead yet. Wow! 3 minutes to go! Who do you like?
You gonna let this guy go, bro? Listen, this is the last round. Give me everything you got. You ain't gotta worry about your ass more, right? Cut him. Fucking cut him. Lo cortó. That's well. Walk him down. You fighting for?
Here's a left hand slash uppercut slash jab. 45-degree punch right there by Teofimo. Knocks the head back of Kambosos. Kambosos the warrior. Coming right back, aiming for that bloody eye of Teofimo.
And that cut is still bleeding above the left eye of Teofimo Lopez. The corner tried its best in between rounds, but did very little to stop the bleeding.
They will not stop this fight with 3 minutes to go.
Both corners should have told their fighters, you have to win the 12th.
Last year, Teofimo Lopez dug deep and won the last round against Vasily Lomachenko. He may have to dig deep to win this round and win this fight against George Kambosos.
Let's see Chris Mannix's scorecard here as we enter the final round. He's got Kambosos up by 1 point.
Picked up the win, or picked up the round in that last round, and he is now possibly 1 round away from the biggest win in Australian boxing history.
He looked down and out. He looked fatigued, gassed. In the 10th, he came back to dominate the 11th. Can he win the 12th, Kambosos? Kambosos who's winding up the right hand.
Those are still sharp punches by Kambosos. Lopez still got to be wary.
It seems like Lopez still hoping he can land one big punch.
And Sergio, this is what George Kambosos told us he trained for. All those months, all those postponements of this fight. His child was born. He kept training. His grandfather died. He kept training. He has been waiting for this moment for a long time, and he is fighting like a guy that is ready for it.
Blood continues to pour out of the cut of Teofimo Lopez. He's never been challenged like this. Many thought it would be a walk in the park for Lopez. It has been anything but a hellacious 12-round battle. Under a minute to go.
Kambosos is not going anywhere. He already felt the power of Teofimo. He is still trying to get that knockout with that left hook.
30 seconds to go. Australia's got to be going crazy right now.
Good body shots by Kambosos, not forgetting the body in this 12th round.
10 seconds left.
George Kambosos just fought the fight of his life.
What a battle! Has the takeover been overtaken?
And it's a Greek Spartan taken. Incredible fight.
On the jab.
Well, Sergio, we don't know what the cards are going to read. You've been in this game almost your entire life. Sometimes you sense if a guy gets a fair shake or not. What do you think is going to happen?
I would hate to be a judge, but my